round of Class A playoff as the road gets tougher for the Pikeville Panthers. Lynn Camp comes calling tonight. Lynn Camp with a record of 8-3. The Pikeville Panthers 9-2. Barry Boyd along with my regular sidekick Wayne Fugit. Tonight we're joined by Danny Van Hoos. Pikeville kicks and Lynn Camp will let it roll. Picked up around the 7-yard line and stepped out of bounds. Whoa, I think the official may have missed that one. Looked as if he stepped out of bounds back around the 20, but the ball is going to be spotted at the 35. As Hanson on the return. And it appeared, Danny, as if he may have stepped out of bounds around the 15.
I'm with you, Barry. I thought he had stepped out of bounds, but
we don't get paid to call it.
We don't get paid to call it. We don't have on stripe shirt.
That's right. As Lynn Camp advanced by virtue of a victory over Phelps, a little room off the left side.
It was again to Henson, and I tell you, Barry, we're going to be calling that guy's name a whole lot tonight. Quentin Henson is.
He'll get about 2 on that one. Flag on the play.
Very imposing back at 6'2", 205, and he is a load.
Late flag.
And it's a personal foul.
It's offsetting penalties.
It's a personal foul against going both directions here, so penalties will offset.
Wayne and I discussed this last week too. You see some officials that'll march it down then back, and
I never did understand why they did that, Barry.
Well, it to take up more time.
Serve
basically.
No purpose. Shane Strunk, junior quarterback out of Lynn Camp, in there, and the pitch is to Henson one more time on the left side, and he has some room, and he may go. Nobody's going to catch him. Jeremiah Akers on his heels and drags him down from behind. Nice tackle. Touchdown saving tackle.
At the 16, as Akers really showed some good speed there to run him down.
He sure did. He was able to close on him, and that says a lot for Jeremiah Akers. However, it may set the tone for what we may see here tonight because, Barry, I tell you, this Quentin Henson is a serious running back.
The road gets tougher as you advance, and of course Lynn Camp, I'm sure that Pikeville still has to be in the back of their mind thinking of that 58-18 loss last year. Handoff right up the middle, nothing.
Nick Valentine on the carry, and he may have just gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. I tell you, Barry, it's could be a long evening for Pikeville. You know, Lynn Camp is going to play smash mouth football. They're going to run it right at them until they stop it.
Coach Mitchell's he's known for that, Danny, and that's always been his style, and until you shut him down, he's going to keep coming at you.
Look for Henson, and he gets
there
the
it is
call
up
over
the middle.
Left side. He's across the 15. He's going to be spotted down around the 13-yard line. Make it 14-yard line, gain of 4. So a big 3rd down coming up here, Barry.
Lynn Camp from over near Harlan, and of course we saw Harlan here last week, and they just didn't have the horses to play with the Pikeville Panthers, but this is a very, very good Lynn Camp team.
It certainly is, and they come into this game with, coming off a big win last week over a Phelps ball club that had to travel to Lynn Camp. But Pikeville, a big winner over
Faked the handoff, rolled out, and he slid.
Slips down, and he's going to be thrown for a loss all the way back to the 20-yard line, so a loss of 6. Brings up 4th and 12 here, Barry.
He not only had running room, he had a man open in the end zone.
This may be a huge break for the Pikeville Panthers if they was able to they're able to hold here and keep Lynn Camp out of the end zone.
Well, they're going for it. I don't know. This may be their punter they just brought on, or their kicker. It would be a long field goal, Danny, and they're going to go for it as they send wide outs. A wide out to the left, line up in the eye.
So a big play here early, and the pitch is to Henson. He has some daylight, but nice tackle. Matt Branham in there for the Pikeville Panthers brings down Henson, and Pikeville will take over on downs. Excellent play there by the Pikeville Panther defense, Barry, to take over.
Very costly there as Strunk tried to turn the corner and slipped as he had an open avenue and just lost his footing. But as you said, Pikeville will take over. Ben Howard.
As traditional, he is in the shotgun, Barry, and he has Jeremiah Akers among the state leaders in passing yards received, and he gets the call. First one, and through his hands, in and out, incomplete. But, you know, Jeremiah Akers has been a favorite target of Ben Howard's all year.
And a good receiver he is.
Only a junior.
He also had Kyle Bowe wide right.
Chase Gibson has been an excellent receiver, so good receiving core.
One thing that Lynn Camp doesn't want to be lulled to sleep, Danny, by this passing game, because Barrett Rogers can really come at you.
He sure can, and Howard fires the ball deep in the direction of Matt Branham, has his man, it's complete, all the way into Lynn Camp territory at the 49-yard line.
That was up for grabs, and he just took it away from the defender.
A 32-yard pass completion from Ben Howard to Matt Branham. Beautiful pass as
good coverage.
Pikeville Panthers.
Excellent coverage.
They may suit up to play ball tonight, Barry. This may be a game.
Well, it's expected to be a game as
Pikeville is favored by 3.
If you pay attention to Dave Cantrell's rating the state.
Howard rolls out, finds Akers on the sideline. He's across the 35 and all the way down to the 31-yard line. Some pushing and shoving.
We may see a foul. We may see a flag thrown here.
As Quentin Henson's temper is getting the best of him there, as I think he's a little upset that the Panthers able to move this football, but the chains are moving and moving with speed here as the Pikeville Panthers driving now. All the way down to the 32-yard line of Lynn Camp.
I saw absolutely no reason for Henson to do that, as he wasn't even blocked on the play.
He wasn't even into the play. He was just showing frustration, I believe. Ben Howard again from the shotgun. He rolls to his right and looks downfield.
Got
Akers
again.
Akers, and he has his man, but ball in and out of his hands, incomplete. I thought he was able to bring that one down, Barry. It would have been complete out to about the 20-yard line. Would have been another first down.
Well, in all honesty, that looked like a catchable ball. I think it was stripped at the last moment, but Akers, being the receiver he is, an average receiver probably wouldn't have come down with that one, but Akers, you expect him to catch those.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's played superhuman all year, so no use to start assuming that he can't catch them all now. But second down and 10 for the Pikeville Panthers, Ben Howard. And the fakes to Rogers, and flags or whistles blow.
I think that may be a false start on Pikeville, I believe. Let's wait.
Now across the way. It is procedure against the Panthers.
Right side moved a little early.
That was against number 5, I believe, Chase Gibson. Him moving just a little bit. 8:12 to go, first period.
5-yard penalty. Ball's marked at the Wildcat 37.
They're down in an area, Danny, where you don't want I'm sure if you're Coach Chapman, you don't want to see any penalties whatsoever, because this Lynn Camp team is not going to give you anything.
Well, you see the teams that are successful at this time of the year are the ones
Barrett Rogers, there's the horse. And
Ball
fumble!
pops out, ball pops straight
Lynn Camp has it.
Lynn Camp will take over at their own 34-yard line. You know, Barry, there had to be a hand in there on that, because that ball shot straight up in the air.
Rogers handled the ball with, I think he just had one arm on it, Danny, as he went into the line, and he took a pretty good lick. And as you said, the ball shot straight up into the air. Lynn Camp comes up with the recovery. So that will stop a drive.
That's those turnovers can kill any team. And now from their own 34-yard line, Shane Strunk brings the Wildcats back up to give us to Henson over the left side. He has all kinds of room. Nice tackle by Jeremiah Akers at the 40-yard line.
He'll get about 6 on the carry.
Spot him just short of the 40-yard line. Be of a gain of 6. Second down and 4.
And as you said, Henson's going to just keep coming at you.
Yeah, you know, that's what they've gone with all year. It's been successful, and the teams that have beaten them have stopped it. And, you know, that there is a way to beat this team, Barry, and but you know, not everyone has the athleticism to do it. Strunk again to give, this time the first back through. I believe that was Nick Ballantyne.
He'll get about 1, maybe 2, depending on the spot. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and let's call it a long 3.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 3 Wildcats from their own 41.
Very young football team here, this Lynn Camp squad, Barry. Most of the players are not seniors. And
there
Henson
goes
again,
Henson.
The junior, he's across the 45. He'll have enough for the first down.
32, Henson, the ball carrier.
As he just carried the defenders, a couple defenders with him, and a little unusual formation that time as Strunk had 2 wideouts. Of course, it's to be expected that they ran off the left side since Strunk sent 2 wideouts to the right side. So that made a lot of sense, Danny. That I think the defense was a little confused on that play.
Full house backfield to give again, first back through. It's thrown back. That is number 28. That is Chris Roberts.
He'll lose
Goes
yardage.
absolutely nowhere.
He's going to lose 1.
The 2nd and 11 Wildcats from their own 45.
Second down and 11. You know, the Pikeville defense, Barry, has given up big plays here at times, but have been able to rise to the occasion. Let's see what happens here.
This time,
my money's on Henson on the left side. I don't know about
this
you.
time they send a wide out. There goes Henson to the left,
nice
to right.
Tackle again.
He's going to lose a couple more.
Matt Branham throws him for a 2-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 13. So
Lynn Camp on this drive going in the wrong direction.
see if they put up a pass here, Barry. As
Strunk hasn't thrown yet.
they have not put one up yet. He slipped on a play I believe was designed to be a pass play that weighed on the first series deep in Pikeville territory, but on this occasion, let's see if he attempts to air it out here. 3rd and 13. And fakes the pitch, and he's looking for it.
Intercepted
by Matt Branham, and he's headed the other direction across the 30, the 40, the 20, and down to the 17-yard line.
Strunk
Beautiful
made
play.
the stop, too. That was the only man he had to beat.
Beautiful defensive play by Matt Branham, so the turnovers are all even, 1 apiece for both squads. And Barry, I tell you, that will, you know, the team that turns the ball over the least is probably going to be come out a winner here tonight, but they're all even now.
The only thing between him and 6, Danny, was the quarterback, Strunk, as Strunk had to come over to make the play. But that one was very poorly thrown ball.
Ben Howard started out in the shotgun. Now he ends up under center with the I formation behind him. The fake is to Childers. He puts it, he tucks it under and goes ahead over the left side himself down to about the 16.
He'll get about 2.
Original line of scrimmage was the 18, so we'll pick up of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Barry, and these two teams have just gone at one another.
Well, from what we've seen, we see the reason that Hanson has big yardage on the season is Strunk has yet to show us any type passing game.
Howard, quick pass to Chase Gibson, a ball that should have, without any question, been caught.
Gibson he ran before he caught the ball.
Sure, you're absolutely right, Barry. As he was heading for the end zone before he caught the ball. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8. So big play coming up here for the Pikeville Panthers, as they're probably in 4-down territory. Probably take a couple of cracks at these 8 yards.
I don't know, Danny. Kyle Bowe is a good kicker. He is an excellent kicker, and he has
where
a
they
leg.
are right now, it would be about a 33-yarder. So Howard rolls out to his right, and now tucks
all
it
kinds
under,
of room.
and all kinds of daylight down to the 10-yard line. So that'll help things, but he will still be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. 4th and about 1.
They may go for it, but I can assure you, Kyle Bowe has the leg.
Gain of 6 on the play. Brings up 4th down for the Panthers from the...
Again, this would be big if Lynn Camp can hold them here. But short yardage.
bring in the big fullback Dustin Holland to try to make some room, probably for Barrett Rogers. Let's see what they attempt to do. It is
He
Rogers,
stopped.
and he is thrown for a loss of a couple, and Lynn Camp will take over. So these two football teams just will not give. Either one of them will not.
Lynn Camp says, bring it on. And this is a much different team than we saw the level of competition Pikeville playing last week, as they handled the Harlan Green Dragons easily.
Pikeville winners last week, 55-6.
Of course, that's to be expected, Danny, as you move.
Sure.
We're in the second round, and
The games are going to get tougher.
they
You're
are.
absolutely right.
There's no easy games from here on out.
They were joking a little bit before the game as they were saying this was the Beechwood Invitational because the road's probably going to lead through Beechwood. But Henson on the carry out to about the 15.
32, Henson on the carry.
Beechwood, of course, they have Paintsville tonight.
Gain of 4 on the play.
But one big factor that we need to mention again, as we stressed last week, as long as Pikeville continues to win, they continue to play at home. And that can be a major factor. They have home field advantage all the way through.
Strunk the give again to Henson over the left side. He loves that left sideline.
It's going to be close, depending on the spot.
He's going to be a little short of the first down. It'll bring up third down for the Wildcats. Pickup of about
That is
4
close.
yards. It's going to be about a yard short.
It'll be third down, Wildcats, and about a half a yard.
Very short. I think I'd let the line just try to drive them back and let the quarterback keep it. Of course, they don't. And he may have gotten stopped.
He may be stopped, Barry, as the give was to Nick Valentine, and he did not make it, I don't think. The officials are going to call timeout and measure this one because it's going to bring up fourth down. So, but I
believe the spot, Danny, looks from up here that he did make it.
Well, you say he did. I'm going to say he's short. Let's see what it says.
Timeout for a measurement.
I believe he's going to be a little bit short.
Wayne
but this is
Fugit, I
gonna be
guarantee you on camera there could tell us right off.
Wayne never misses one. Let's see what
If he didn't,
what the
it
call
is
here.
inches. About an inch. Now what do you do if you're Lynn Camp? You're down in, you're deep in your own territory.
You certainly don't run the same play you just did.
No, that's.
But it does appear as if they'll go for it. I look for a quarterback sneak here, Barry, as that's probably one of the ones that, you know, if the center can push his defender back any at all, they just need to move the ball half the length of the football.
This is some gamble right here.
It certainly is, and Strunk gives the ball to Henson, and he has all kinds of daylight.
No problem.
Ben Howard, the only man to beat, and still on his feet across midfield, and he may go. He's at the 45. Finally
Down to the
wrestled
40.
down. As I think, Barry, his own people slowed him down enough to where Dustin Holland and Chad Childers could get in there and make the tackle in Panther territory all the way down to the 39-yard line, and that's a
Danny,
big backbreaker for the Pikeville Panthers.
The thing you have to look at there is, it being such a gutsy call, is the handoff had to be executed. And
yeah,
you know, down that deep, I would have went with something conventional like quarterback keeper, but with Hanson, I guess, you know, give it to him, let him go.
Hanson falls down. That's a busted play. The ball's loose, and Pikeville has it. Boy, one break after another. That's 2 turnovers for Lynn Camp, and Pikeville has a turnover, but this time, you know, it's
it was a bad handoff.
Big break. Well, I think the ball was intended or was going to be handed to Henson, but he slipped trying to come off the blocks there, Barry, and
he completely missed the handoff.
Richie McChrystal tried to capitalize with it as Strunk handed him the ball, and it just didn't work. So the Panthers take over at their own 40-yard line. Still no score. 1:41 to go first period, and Ben Howard back to pass again. He fires in the direction of Jeremiah Akers. This one's a little bit long, and Akers fully extends but cannot bring it in.
He had two receivers out there as Jeremiah Akers and Kyle Bowe, and had that one not been overthrown, then Pikeville probably would have gone on that one. We expected this to be, or I expected this to be a high-scoring affair, and good defensive battle. Of course, those turnovers have cost both teams.
Well, both teams have been able to move the ball, Barry, but just haven't been able to do anything with it. Chase Gibson across midfield all the way into Lynn Camp territory, down to the 44-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Panthers. Nice play there as we're inside a minute and a half to go here in the first period.
Again, Strunk in on that play, and he's awful small to be out there, especially, Danny, when that's your quarterback.
He sure is, but probably a tough kid, just a junior, but he's only 5'10", 140 pounds out there playing on the corner. Ben Howard on the quarterback draw, and he's across the 40-yard line to about the 39, so a gain of about 5.
Ben Howard on the carry. 24, Nick Valentine, number 66, Jeremiah Gophers on the tackle.
This may be what Pikeville needs to do, is mix the plays up a little more and run the ball, as they do have a good running game.
Yeah, they certainly don't want to get predictable to a team like Lynn Camp, but Howard rolls right and fires in the direction of Akers. He's wide open, as you said, across the 25 down to about the 23. And you know, I tell you what, Henson is showing some serious frustration, Barry, as with Akers on his posterior, I guess would be the proper word. He tried to fold him up like an accordion there.
Akers just ran a little down out and cut to the flat, wide open.
You know, there's really, I think you're going to start seeing some flags thrown though on Henson on this on defense, because he's showing some serious frustration out there. I mean, there's no call for that.
None whatsoever.
Howard again from the shotgun, looking for Gibson. He has him over the middle, and he's going to be in for the score. Touchdown,
Pikeville.
24-yard touchdown pass completion. Ben Howard to Chase Gibson, and the Panthers break out on top here. With 11 seconds to go in the first period.
And that is big, as Pikeville gets on the board first, and you know that has to be in the back of their minds that last year they took a beating, Danny, 58-18.
Well, you know, 2 turnovers already for Lynn Camp, and we're not through the first quarter yet. And Mr. Automatic Kyle Bowe is in for the extra point. Hold is down, the kick is up and perfect. Not straight down the middle, so with 11 seconds to go in the first period, your score, the Pikeville Panthers 11, or I'm sorry, 7, Lynn Camp nothing. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Smart Home Security provides you peace of mind by giving you access to your home cameras and connected devices from anywhere with one easy-to-use app. Stop worrying and upgrade to a smart home with Gearhart Security, and rest easy knowing you're always covered with 24/7 professional monitoring.
Pikeville Panthers, with 11 seconds to go, first period, have just broken out on top on a 24-yard pass completion. Ben Howard to Chase Gibson, and they now lead 7-0. Kyle Bowe set to kick the ball away. It's a squib kick. They're trying to keep it away from Henson. It's picked up by Nick Valentine. And he's going to be out to about the 40 and across the 40 to about the 43 before Matt Branham hauls him in. But I tell you, you know, you can tell there Coach Chapman and the staff want to keep the ball away from Henson.
Well, you can tell too that Valentine has good hands, as after he picked that one up, he returned it about 8-10 yards.
So now Shane Strunk brings up the Wildcats, now facing a deficit of 7-0. This will probably be the final play of the first period, as the give is to Henson, and he fumbles, and the Panthers have I believe Ben Howard came out there with it.
They do have it.
Ben Howard does have it just inside the midfield stripe, and the Panthers, another big break, the 3rd turnover in the first period for the Lynn Camp Wildcats, Barry.
Well, if Seth Hansen should be frustrated about anything, it should be about the way he's carrying the ball, as he's swinging the ball out with one arm. I mean, Danny didn't even tuck that one in.
No, I tell you what, and he is showing some serious frustration, but we'll keep it right here at the end of the first period. But Barry, Henson has not played a very good first half. He has run a lot of yards, but when it comes crunch time on third down or fourth down, he slips or shows frustration on defense. He's going to cost his team a penalty. And Matt Branham, you just can't say enough about what he's done in this football game. Has had a nice pass reception, an interception, and really set the Panthers up for that, earlier as Lynn Camp was driving, and he was able to pick that one off. So 3 turnovers. The story of the first period is 3 turnovers to 1 turnover, and that has led to the Panthers leading 7-0.
Well, if Henson doesn't get his game together, then Lynn Camp could be in for a long night.
Quentin Henson is an extremely talented running back, but I'll tell you, Barry, after that fumble, now the Panthers will take over at the 49-yard line of Lynn Camp. They already lead this football game 7-0, and I tell you, it's Lynn Camp relies on that running attack, and if they get behind here by 2 scores, they may have to start relying on a passing attack that may not be there for them.
Howard just dumped it off.
Screen pass to Childers. He's across the 40 and brought down at about the 39-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down.
And that will be a first down.
They're giving him forward.
Well, he didn't get a good spot.
But the official says it is enough. So first down, Panthers. Second period just underway here.
The thing you have to like about Howard is he went to, I believe, the third option that time.
He showed a lot of patience, Barry, letting the play develop. There was 4 linemen that were released by the offensive lineman and allowed him to come to him, but he waited patiently. Barrett Rogers to give this time. He's across the 35-yard line. See where they spot the ball. If they spot it on the 35, it'll be a pickup of 4 yards. Second and 6.
Lynn Camp can't lay back and just wait for Howard to throw the ball, which they haven't been able to stop because Rogers, he had some kind of game last week.
He's only a freshman. Fakes the handoff to him this time. Jeremiah Akers in the flat. He's going to be brought down just short of the 30-yard line. Be a pickup of about 4 to about the 31, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd and a long 2.
And Piper will take a timeout, and with 10:23 to go in the first half, we'll be right back. Your score, the Pikeville Panthers 7, Lynn Camp nothing. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. With you, Pikeville High School. Pikeville Panthers facing a 3rd down and 2. They have a full backfield now behind.
That Danny off to the left, that's not going to work single coverage on Jeremiah Akers.
That's what they are trying, and the ball is for Chase Gibson, touchdown, 31-yard pass completion. Beautiful call by the coaching staff as they brought 3 running backs in and was able to spring Chase Gibson out over the middle, his 2nd touchdown of the evening. And Barry, I tell you, when you put those backs in there like that, you cause the linebackers and stuff to stay in tight, and that leaves single coverage on your receivers. And with Ben Howard, that's deadly.
Pikeville has so many receivers they can go to.
Akers to hold for Kyle Bowe as he will attempt the extra point. It's down, and the kick is up, and
that one
it is good.
That one could be in the river.
So with 10:16 to go in the first half, your score, Pikeville Panthers 14, Lynn Camp nothing. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. Pulling the Pikeville Panthers, Barry. It's not a surprise if you're a Pikeville Panther fan, but I think if you take a look at these 2 teams on paper, it is a surprise that they've jumped out to a 14-0 lead here And what is most surprising about this is the play of Lynn Camp. They've turned the ball over 3 times. They've been burned by a couple of deep pass plays as they've been keying on Jeremiah Akers, and Chase Gibson has made them pay the price. Kickoff this time from Bo is fielded there by Daniel Engel, and he's looking straight up the middle, and he's going to be across the 30-yard line.
Took it at about the 18, so they're going to spot it around the 34, 16-yard return.
But, you know, a lot of people playing some critical roles here. As you know, you hear a lot about Howard and Akers. You know, Howard and Akers. But it's been Chase Gibson and Matt Branham that have stepped up and played well here in the first half. Shane Strunk now facing a 2-touchdown deficit, and the give is to Henson. He's across the 35, going to be brought down at about the 39-yard line. Pickup of about 6.
He tucked that one under.
Well, I'm sure the coaching staff across the way, Barry, has said, look, guys, we've got to quit making mistakes. You can't give the ball game away, and that's quite frankly what's going to happen, because you just can't keep turning the ball over.
Lynn Camp needs to get their offense untracked, because if they go in at half down by, should Pikeville put another one up, they're in trouble.
You know, and the give this time is to the fullback, and that play has gone absolutely nowhere all evening. Nick Valentine again on the carry. And Barry, they've tried that several times, and it just simply is not going to work.
Well, up to this point, they have pretty much shown, unless something dramatic here should change, they have shown they don't have much of a passing game. The only time Strunk put it up, he was picked off.
Chris Shoemate with is filling the hole there in the middle, and that play goes nowhere. Pitch is to Henson, and he's across the 40. Hammered to the ground, Ben Howard. He's across the 40-yard line, and
he's about a yard short.
He's going to be spotted between the 42 and the 43-yard line, so he's going to need to bring up 4th and about a yard.
4th and 1 Wildcats from the 42.
So, you know, absolutely no hesitation whatsoever from the Lynn Camp sideline, as they don't, they may not even have a punter, Barry, as they've gone for it every time.
Let me tell you, though, if Pikeville stops them here, then they're going to pick it up as Gibson jumps offside.
Chase Gibson is just a bit eager, and that'll give Lynn Camp the first down. And probably a smart play there, as Shane Strunk appeared to change his cadence and pulled an eager Chase Gibson across the line of scrimmage, and that will give them an easy first down. So break there for the Wildcats.
He was coming with the blitz, Danny.
You can't say much. You can't say much to him, though. He's caught 2 touchdown passes, but big break for Lynn Camp that time. Shane Strunk back to pass, and he rolls out.
Coverage is breaking down.
No one to throw to, and he was thrown for a huge loss, a loss of at least 7. Wrestled down there that time by Isaac Ratliff.
Big number 58, the first man that got to him.
Loss of 7 on the play. The second is 17 Wildcats from their own 40.
The line held up. You just can't hold the ball that long.
Well, Strunk just simply had no one to throw the ball to. They were all well covered. So
once he got out of that pocket, and he
credit that sack.
Nowhere to go.
Credit that sack to the backfield, or to the defensive backs.
He'll bring up a second and about 17.
Give this time is to McChrystal, and he goes nowhere. Chase Gibson hammers him to the ground. No gain on the play.
McChrystal, the ball carrier, tackled by number 5, Chase Gibson.
Barry, I tell you, Pikeville looks very, very impressive here this evening. As this football team, they had a very easy first-round game, but you know, and I realize that, but they are very impressive here at this point. 3rd down and 17.
Lynn Camp is going to have to show us a passing game, or as we said there's a
Run the
reverse.
and this is Engel, and he goes nowhere. Well read, and Chase Gibson making up for that defensive blunder as he jumped off sides, and he's been in on the last 2 tackles.
But Danny, did you notice how long it took them for that play to develop?
Everybody in the house knew it was coming, and Barry, that was a loss of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down.
19.
And almost 20 yards. It's a little better than 19 yards, but we'll see our first punt of the evening as Tommy Helton is back deep to punt. Matt Branham and Jeremiah Akers back deep to receive.
As they stand around the 30.
Helton's punt is not a very good one. It's a low kick, very returnable, and will be fielded by Branham. And he's looking for some room on the left side, and he's across the 30 out to about the 33. So an excellent return. Gained about 14 yards after picking the ball up.
Childers threw a good block as the Lynn Camp player just now getting to his feet, Chad Childers.
And he'll probably have to go to the sideline and ask what his name is.
He took a shot.
Out to the 34-yard line, and the Panthers will take over right there. They lead 14-0. As we swiftly approach 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Ben Howard from his customary position of the shotgun. He rolls to his right, fires the ball into the hands of Jeremiah Akers, and he's out of bounds at the 46. Gain of 12, and that'll be another first down for the Panthers.
Well, this is a situation where Lynn Camp really has no choice. They have to play him single coverage because Pikeville has so many receivers.
You know, and the thing about it, it goes back to the old Hillard Howard days. You know, he's strolling the sidelines there. John Chapman is the head coach, but you know, go with something to stop it, and they have been unable to stop it or even slow down the passing attack of the Panthers. Howard back to pass again. He's looking both sides and now tucks it under. Flags are down, and he's back across midfield, across the 45, and just running over people.
I think that may be a hold.
Down to about the 42, and I think there will be a hold.
That will come back, I believe.
In the backfield.
Penalty flag on the play.
Believe that one will come back.
Holding against the Panthers, and that will be a costly penalty as Ben Howard was able to run for another first down, but what's going to turn out to be in effect a 10-yard penalty is really going to be about a 23-yard penalty, Barry, as it nullifies a 13-yard gain by Ben Howard. First down and 20.
Howard probably as good as any quarterback we've seen too. That when his receivers are covered, he can get positive yardage out of it.
He is a big, imposing running back when he tucks it under.
First and 22, Panthers.
Howard fires it for Akers. He has it across the 40, back out to about the 41-yard line. Gain of 7. Bring up second down and about 15 as it was first and 22 after the penalty was assessed from the point of the foul.
Shane Strunk on the tackle. Gain of 7.
Strunk made the stop there. Again, he's doing a better job on the defensive side of the ball than he is on the offensive side, as he is the quarterback for Lynn Camp.
Howard fires it out in the flat for Akers. He's across the 45, the 50, and down the sideline, and beautiful play all the way down.
First down.
To the 42-yard line. It will be a Panther first down, gain of 17 on the play. Yeah, it's just one of those old throw and catch, Barry, and you know, Howard just flipped it out there, and Akers became a running back out on the sideline.
And Akers is going to run over top of you 9 times out of 10, especially with the momentum he had.
He had a full head of steam by the time he got to his first defender. So, first down for the Panthers in Lynn Camp territory.
Whoa,
Ben Howard,
what a pop.
Ben Howard just got leveled by Nick Valentine as he came completely clean. No one touched him. And he took Ben Howard out of his shoes, but now I'm going to tell you something. It would take a Mack truck to run over Ben Howard to get him out of this football game as he jumps back to his feet and wants to know what the next play is.
Boy, let me tell you though, Danny, he took a shot.
He absolutely was leveled on the play. Thrown for a loss on the play of about 5. bring up second down, and well, let's call it second and 14, loss of 4.
Somebody blew the assignment there as Ballantyne came untouched.
Howard fires it out for Akers, and he's brought down immediately by Strunk. And, you know, I tell you, Barry, I'm not convinced he didn't stomp him in the back.
No, he stomped beside him, but he's being warned right now. The taunting, they will not allow.
You know, that's about the third time on that what could be construed as unsportsmanlike conduct has almost happened to Lynn Camp there.
He was warned that time.
You know, if you're down 14-0, it's not, you know, you make one tackle, it's not time to celebrate like you won the Super Bowl. Ben Howard now back to pass again, and let's see if he makes them pay. Looking for Akers, in the direction of Akers and Gibson, but he finds Barrett Rogers underneath, and he's going to be out to about the 37. Short of the first down and bring up fourth down.
Let me tell you, you want to see composure. On that one, Howard knew exactly where that line of scrimmage was, and Danny, he could not have been more than 2-3 inches behind the line of scrimmage when he released that ball.
You know, this kid has been, when your dad's Hillard Howard, I'm sure you have lived football all your life, and he is very, very intelligent and heady ball player out there, and that's why he's quarterbacking this club.
He knew exactly where that line was.
Panthers will go for it, and a beautiful play again by Ben Howard as he changes his cadence there, Barry, and pulls Lynn Camp off sides this time. And that should be enough to give the Panthers a first down.
It is encroachment against Lynn Camp. That'll give the Panthers 5 yards and the first down.
So 3:05 to go. Panthers from the 33-yard line of Lynn Camp. No, check that, 32-yard line of Lynn Camp, looking for more. They already lead 14-0 here as Lynn Camp has not heard the gun go off.
Exactly what we were talking about, too. When you go in at the half down, if they should go down 21-0.
Pitch this time to Rogers. He has some running room. It's going to be wrestled down across the 30-yard line at about the 28, so a gain of about 4.
Rogers capable at any time of breaking the big run.
And Barry, you know, over the years, certain teams have a mystique about them, and you don't see all those signs out in the end zone there about state champions without, you know, this team, everybody that plays here having some pride about that. The pitch this time to Rogers. He's looking for room over the left side. He has it across the 25. And he's going to be
a little bit short. He had some good blocking there as one of the Lynn Camp players is shaken up. Can't get the number yet.
He has not moved one of those legs, as it looks like a leg injury. But with 2:01 to go here in the first half.
Usually these take a while. So with that, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Video gaming is a great way for families to have fun together. And Gearhart's fiber-fast internet and whole home Wi-Fi is a game changer. Contact Gearhart Broadband and level up to game-changing internet and Wi-Fi today.
High school, injured Lynn Camp player has been helped to the sideline. Ben Howard with 3rd and 4, and he comes out there, pitches the ball to Rogers, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 24-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. Pickup of a couple, and it's going to be bring up 4th and a couple.
And if you're Pikeville, you really want to get this other score. You want to go in rather than 14-0. You'd like to go in 21-0.
You know, the Lynn Camp had the ball to begin the football game, Barry, as Pikeville will have it to start the second half.
Big difference, though, Danny, how demoralizing it would be for Lynn Camp to go in down by 21.
And Ben Howard will call timeout. He had no intention of snapping the ball, as that was an attempt to pull the defense off sides. And the Panthers will take a timeout with 1:07 to go first half. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. High school, big play coming up here for the Panthers. And Ben Howard, straight snap, and he'll have enough for the first down. Beautiful call. Great execution by Ben Howard for the first down, Barry. I tell you what, this kid's leadership never ceases to amaze me. as to what he really means to this football team.
That only they need to get up to the line, though, Danny, as the clock only stopped to move the chains.
Inside a minute to go, first half. Ben Howard in the shotgun from the 21-yard line of Lynn Camp. Howard rolls out. He's looking for in the direction of Akers and Gibson. He fires it.
Intercepted.
Picked off at the 15-yard line. And Ben Howard's going to be real upset with himself on that play as he lobbed that ball, Barry. He put too much air under it, and the defender was able to run under there and haul it in. Nick Valentine on the interception.
Big play because they will go in down by only 2 scores.
Well, you know, they have 36 seconds here to see if they can do something here to finish out this first half. As we said, Pikeville will go on offense to begin the second half, so Strunk the give. He fakes the handoff and he rolls it out, and he's being pursued, and that's going to be a face mask. And that's going to move it all the way out to the 40-yard line as the defender had enough of the face mask to about rip his head off.
Right on the 25.
Brandon Bartley almost ripped Shane Strunk's head off that time, Barry.
And it also stops the clock with 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Move the ball all the way out to the 41-yard line. A long way to go still yet, but made it a little easier.
Big turn of events if Lynn Camp could get something on the board.
Officials discussing something here as one of the back judges ran in to, they're going to talk about things here as the 5 of them huddle around the football.
There was no flag thrown, so I don't know what they could be discussing.
May have had something to do with the play clock. But they're all ready to go, and the referee says wind the clock, and it's inside 20 seconds now as Strunk pitches the ball to Henson. He's looking for room over the right side, and will be wrestled down by Chase Gibson.
Don't understand that play, Danny.
Well, that's just one of those to run the clock out. It couldn't be anything else. And Lynn Camp
they've asked for timeout.
Call timeout with 10 seconds, but you know, unless they think this guy can break a 59-yard run here, I don't know why you would run that, because if he moves down the field, say 20 or 30 yards, the clock's going to expire.
Exactly
right.
You know,
I think the fact that he was tackled so quickly allowed him to.
They put. I think they were just told to put time back on the clock.
They're going to be moving it back to 15 seconds.
So they added 5 seconds.
But you know, Barry, as I was saying, you know, you can't. Pikeville stopped him quick enough to where, you know, it probably allowed for another play here.
Well, the reason I can't understand that call is had they gone upstairs and it been incomplete, that would have stopped the clock.
But as it stands, 15 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half. Gain of 2, as if that was very relevant, but a gain of only 2.
As Coach Mitchell has decided what he wants to do here, and really I think the only option they have is they're going to have to put the ball up.
It's a reverse, and he's going to throw it from there, and he fires it in the direction of Eagle. He has his man inside the 20-yard line all the way down to the 17, and that'll stop the clock in time for the chains to move. But Tommy Helton on the reverse fires a strike, Barry, and let's see here. That's a big, big play.
I think I'd slide Hilton up there, let him play quarterback the entire game.
Yeah, he has
He
a
had
serious arm. He threw that ball 40 yards in the air, and with 6.8 seconds remaining.
This is their second time out, Danny. So they're probably not going to get but one more play off here.
Well, they just seriously increased their chances of scoring here, though, as they're only 16 yards away from pay dirt now. Make it 17, but that would certainly change the complexion of this football game.
We would have a game if they can punch it in. As your score now is 14-0 Pikeville.
Strunk now back to pass. He fires the ball into the end zone and incomplete. And
they'll get one more play off.
One more try at it. Pass was intended for Helton that time.
He had him in the back of the end zone.
Poorly thrown ball goes incomplete. Lynn Camp calls timeout again.
That's their final timeout.
Barry, this first half has been one that, if you're across the way at Lynn Camp, if you want to talk about something at halftime about what they can do differently to get back in this football game, and that's assuming that they don't score on this next play, because if they do, they're only down 7. But
that was the point.
The 3 turnovers has really given the Pikeville Panthers the opportunity to be in the position that they're in, and
it's the point I was making, Danny. A lot of difference going in at half down 14-0 versus 21-0. So Lynn Camp, who knows, second half, Coach Mitchell could make the adjustments and they could get their game going.
Final play of the first half. Coming up, Shane Strunk. Back to pass. He's looking for Engel. And it will be incomplete. It's good defensive play down there by Chase Gibson, and then we'll close out the first half. And at halftime, your score, the Pikeville Panthers 14, Lynn Camp nothing. We'll be back shortly. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Gearhart Broadband knows reliable internet is more important than ever. To help, qualifying customers can now access the new Affordable Connectivity Program to get significant savings on broadband internet. Learn more now at imctv.com.
Dreaming of watching what you want, when you want, where you want? Stop dreaming and start streaming with Gearhart TV. Watch hundreds of choices on many devices with cloud DVR, plus great viewing features. Get in touch now to sign up.
Smart Home Security provides you peace of mind by giving you access to your home cameras and connected devices from anywhere with one easy-to-use app. Stop worrying and upgrade to a smart home with Gearhart Security, and rest easy knowing you're always covered with 24/7 professional monitoring.
Round of high school football playoffs, and the Pikeville Panthers leading here at halftime 14-0, and we're just moments away from Lynn Camp kicking this football away and getting this third period underway. And Barry, the first half was just simply nothing can be said about it other than the fact that turnovers cost Lynn Camp, and they were unable to punch it in.
Neither team really dominated the first half or was that sharp. And talked to one of the announcers from Lynn Camp that covers Lynn Camp, and he pretty much said, you shut Hanson down, you shut Lynn Camp down, and he's been shut down all night, Danny.
He sure has. He's gotten some yardage at times, but he's been unable to capitalize and make it anything of value. The kickoff goes to Chad Childers. He gets the ball out to the 31-yard line, and Pikeville will take over right there as the third period is underway. Lead this football game 14-0, and I tell you what, they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves, Barry, as they were favored by 3, but 14 points in the ball here to begin this third period is a big start for them. And in and out of the hands of Barrett Rogers, the intended receiver.
A lot of running room there. Had he come up with it,
I think that was the problem, Barry. I think he smelled that running room.
Again, he saw that real estate ahead of him before he pulled it in. But that has been pretty much where Pikeville is not a one-dimensional game. Lynn Camp seems to be, and when Hanson doesn't get it going, then they have problems.
Fires it to Gibson. He's across the 35. He wrestled down at about the 37-yard line. Pick up of about 6 on the play.
Pretty good pop there by Ballantyne.
Go for the blanket ship in on the tackle.
I tell you what, Barry, Pikeville, big third down coming up here, as I'm sure they want to sustain the drive here for a while. And
big stop if Lynn Camp can stop them on the first offensive series here.
Blitz comes, they pick it up, fires it in and out of the hands, off the chest. I think it actually almost hit him in the face mask, looked like Akers, and that'll bring the punting unit on for the Panthers. So 3 quick plays and out for Pikeville to begin this second half.
If you're a Lynn Camp fan, that's what you wanted to see, is them come out, get the quick stop on the first series of downs, and Strunk back to receive as he'll try to get their offense going.
Kyle Bowe back deep to kick.
Strunk around the 34.
Next play for the Panthers, number 2, Kyle Bowe.
Bowe's kick.
Good rush.
Good kick away, though, and away from Strunk, and let's see.
Down right on the 32.
About the 32-yard line. So Lynn Camp takes over right there at their own 32.
Danny, they got a good rush on Bowe that time, as the coverage, they had no...
It's close to roughing the kicker, though,
exactly.
as Bowe was able to get that ball away.
They didn't set anything up on the return, as they went after Bowe on that one.
Well, they need a big play here to swing some momentum their direction. A lot of time left in this football game, but with the way things have gone for Lynn Camp on offense so far this evening, it's can be characterized as one word with turnovers. To give this time to Henson, he hurdles his own people and hit and brought down at about the 36-yard line, a gain of about 4. Nice tackle there by Jeremiah Akers.
Howard also in on that stop.
Akers was able to hold him long enough for help to arrive.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 Wildcats from their own 36.
Not taking anything away from Hanson. He just hadn't been able to get his game untracked here. As he showed on that run, he is a powerful runner. But it's so tough on this offense when Pikeville can key on him.
We approach 10 minutes to go here in the third period, just underway here, second half. Strunk the give again to Henson, and he goes nowhere this time as he's wrestled down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That'll bring up a big 3rd and 6. So Pikeville with an opportunity for a stand here on defense, and Barry, Lynn Camp, if you're Lynn Camp, you know, you really can't afford to keep letting the Panther offense stay out there on the field.
It's pretty obvious what Lynn Camp is going to do. I mean, they go to Hanson every play.
You know, we talked about it at the start of the game. You know, Lynn Camp's style of football is we run it till you stop it, but they have stopped it, and he runs into his own man. He's going to be brought down for no gain again.
Again, look who they go to.
Henson was on the carry that time, and I tell you, Barry, it's just, you know, the old adage of we'll do it till they stop it. Well, guess what? You know,
they've stopped it all night.
Pikeville's stopping it, so they're going to have to do something different, or it's going to be a long bus ride back for Lynn Camp. Akers and Branham back deep to receive as Pikeville will send just an informal rush here at the punter, Tommy Helton. Helton gets the kick away, barely, almost blocked by Brandon Bartley, and Akers gets it, He fakes a reverse, and he has some room across the 35, the 40.
Flags.
He's out across midfield, flags all over the place. He's down to about the 40-yard line.
I think that's going to be a clip.
There's a Lynn Camp player down on the football field as there's 2 flags down. If you're a Panther fan, you're hoping that they offset.
It's thrown by the back judge. I think that was a clip.
And it is a clip. The 2 flags probably meant that the 2 people saw the same thing as Coach Hillard Howard hollering out to the officials and trying to plead his case, but the old adage, if you can see his number, don't touch him.
That's what it was. Clip against the Panthers.
Nullifies a big run by Jeremiah Akers, but nonetheless, the Panthers will have the football.
We have crews out working other games tonight and some interesting scores. We won't pass those along to you, but one evidently a real good game over Pond Creek way.
Right, but if you're a Intermountain Cable subscriber and a fan of teams in this area, you're probably not happy with the one down in Lawrence County.
And Danny, I just said we won't pass any scores
We
along.
didn't say any score. But Chase Gibson, the reception, he's across the 25-yard line to about the 26. Enough for the Panther first down. So another nice play by Ben Howard. Now on that Lawrence County game, no score to pass along to you, but I'm sure by the time you watch this, you already know what the outcome was.
We are carrying that live on the Double X. Tape delayed on the Intermountain Cable.
Ben Howard back to pass again. He pulls it down and then finds Chase Gibson at the 30-yard line.
He'll get about 4.
Howard's pass complete to Gibson. Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the Panther 30.
2nd down and 6 coming up now for the Pikeville Panthers. Ben Howard rolls to his right, looking for Akers, and
Almost
picked off, but the ball fielded on a hop out there by
Valentine had a nice shot at picking that one off. Just didn't get there in time. He went for the interception, and had the pass been complete, then Akers would have taken it all the way because Valentine tried to pick that one off.
back to pass. 3rd down now.
A lot of running room.
Tucks it under and will just bowl over people out to about the 40-yard line, and enough for a Panther first down. So another great play by Ben Howard as he just pulled that one down, ran over Chris Roberts, 28 there, and picked up about 10 yards. So first down for the Panthers.
Again, we go back to what we pointed out a little earlier. Howard sees the field so well that he saw the seam, and he can. He could play halfback, Danny.
He would be good at several positions, but right now it's quarterback, and he finds Akers at the 45, and he's brought down right there by Shane Strunk, and it'll be a pickup of about 5 yards. 2nd down and 5.
Ben Howard's picking them. Just picking them apart right now.
You hit it right on the head, Barry, as he is doing absolutely everything he wants to do at this time. And Lynn Camp will call timeout with 6:56 to go in the 3rd period. Your score, Pikeville 14, Lynn Camp nothing. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. Pikeville High School, 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers. The give this time is to Chad Childers. He's looking for room over the left side, and he'll have it across the 35 or the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Gain of a couple. Bring it 3rd down and about 3.
26, Josh Lee, 40, Daniel Engel on the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd, 3 Panthers from their own 47.
Howard from the shotgun, and he has wideouts to both sides.
Rolls Rolls to his right, fires it in the direction of Akers. He has the reception at the 44 of Lynn Camp. Lynn Camp saying he didn't receive it, but the official says he did. It was clearly a catch. But
it was right in front of us.
Lynn Camp defenders there trying to lobby for an incompletion, but
44. Panthers have it first and 10.
another big first down. Ben Howard on the quarterback draw. He'll barely get back to the line of scrimmage.
Faked the handoff to Childers, and he didn't really fool anyone that time.
That's one of the few times, Barry, that Panthers have not received positive yardage on a play this evening. Actually lost a yard, did Ben Howard, so it's 2nd down and 11. Inside 5.5 minutes to go, third period.
Still Howard keeps them guessing by doing that.
And that's what Lynn Camp's failing to do, is mix it up. Swing pass out to Chad Childers.
Oh,
He's nailed at the 49-yard line. Excellent tackle there by Lynn Camp Wildcat. Don't know which one that is. That is Tommy Helton, slow getting up. But a big loss of about 4 more, so that'll bring
Back
up
to
a big
midfield.
3rd down.
3rd and 15 as he dropped him at midfield.
The loss of 4 of the play brings up 3rd and 15 Panthers from the 50.
We got Hanson over here, one-on-one coverage against Akers.
And that's where Ben Howard goes after a pump fake, and they go up for it. It's almost like a jump ball, and Henson comes down taunting Akers.
Again, they warn him, and you know that has to be at least the 2nd time that Lynn Camp has been warned.
Well, you know, you wonder when they're going to start throwing the flag then. I mean, you know, why warn them at all if you're not going to do something about it? But that'll bring up 4th and 15. And Kyle Bowe in to do the punting. Shane Strunk back deep to receive. 4:33 on the clock, the 3rd period.
Even more amazing, Danny, why taunt when you're down by 14?
Right, as Lynn Camp again comes for the ball, and Strunk will field this one at about his own 19-yard line. Looks straight upfield. He was heading for the sideline, and nice tackle by Ben Howard at midfield. Beautiful play by Ben Howard. The big senior just says, not tonight, you're not going. You know, you would think that Ben Howard doesn't want this to be his last football game as a
31-yard return. So nice return there by Strunk. And Lynn Camp's going to burn a timeout.
Timeout, Lynn Camp.
Don't understand that, but with this break in the action, we'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. With you at Pikeville High School. After the timeout, Lynn Camp ready to go here as they tee it up from the 49-yard line of Pikeville. Strunk back to pass this time as he looks in the direction of his intended receiver, that is Roberts. He has him down the sideline, and he may go.
He's gone. Touchdown, Lynn Camp.
49-yard.
No flags.
49-yard touchdown pass play. Shane Strunk to Chris Roberts, and that will certainly change the complexion of this football game. As
Danny Roberts did a lot of that on his own. He made some good moves after he made the catch.
He sure did, as he received the ball about 5 yards deep or past the line of scrimmage and made up the rest of it on his own. So Barry, during the break there, we were wondering among ourselves why Lynn Camp would call a timeout there, but I guess they wanted to put in a different play. Nonetheless, they have broken out onto the board, and they will go for 2.
That's Strunk's first completion.
So a big play coming up here as they go for 2. And Strunk rolls out and looking into the end zone, has his
wide
man,
open.
and that's Tommy Hilton, I believe. And it is complete out there. That is Richie McChrystal. And the 2-point conversion is good. So with 4:08 to go in the 3rd period, your score now, Pikeville 14, Lynn Camp 8. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Belfry leads Bell County 14-13.
Back here with you at Pikeville High School, and Lynn Camp has just broken onto the scoreboard for the first time this evening.
On Strunk's first completed pass. And it goes for 49 yards.
And after the two-point conversion, the lead has been closed to 6. And Barrett Rogers will field this from kickoff at his own 12, and he's looking for room up the left sideline, and he has a nice return out to about the 34. Lynn Camp fans getting into this football game, and the Pikeville fans kind of sitting down now as going to have to get up and get behind their Panthers here as
Lynn Camp
the complexion of this football game has completely changed.
Lynn Camp really hasn't had anything to get excited about, Danny, up until well, 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. If they can shut the Pikeville offense down here, force them to find.
Howard rolls out. He finds Gibson wide open, and it's in and out of his hands. He had Chase Gibson had 10 yards on his defender, Barry.
Double coverage, and he had them beat. The Lynn Camp players talking to each other right now, too. They know that they were beat as double coverage, and Gibson a little bit shaken up.
I think he's more frustrated with himself than anything on that play, as he was absolutely wide open. That would have been about a 50-yard reception had he been able to haul it in. I think he's got a slight cramp there as he was appears to be fine. But 2nd and 10 now for the Panthers. Ben Howard back deep again and under some pressure this time, but finds his receiver.
Barrett Rogers.
No, that's Joey Stone.
Joey Stone, number 80, his first catch of the night.
Joey Stone out to about the 47, and that'll be enough for a first down. So the Panthers come right back.
Rather than 30, it was number 80, as Stone had 4 or 5 big catches last week.
32 Hellman, number 16. Correction, 32 Henson, 16 Heltman on the tackle. Panthers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 47.
This Pikeville Panther football team, Barry, is extremely young. There will be a lot of them back. They lose Ben Howard from this football team. They are extremely young. A lot of freshmen and sophomores getting a lot of playing time, and Ben Howard fires a strike.
Has Bo open.
To Kyle Bo. Beautiful play all the way down to the 20-yard line. That was a 33-yard pass reception.
He laid it right on the money, too. I mean,
Ball
that was
perfectly
perfectly
thrown.
thrown.
And Lynn Camp has been absolutely, totally ineffective tonight at stopping the Pikeville Panther passing attack.
We go back to the point that Danny, they just have so many receivers.
That's Kyle Bowe's first reception of the night, and it goes for 33 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 19-yard line of Lynn Camp now after a 34-yard reception.
Stone wide right.
The give this time is to Childers. He's hit in the backfield, but breaks the tackle, and he's going to be all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Gain of about 7 as Barry, it looked like he was going to be thrown for a loss of a couple.
He stood up at the line of scrimmage and got good yardage on the play.
Gain of 7 on the play.
We have 2nd down and 3.
2nd and a long 3 for the Panthers from the Wildcat 12.
As we approach 2 minutes here to go in the 3rd period. Pikeville needing to get this one back. A blitz coming, and a give is to
Fumble, Lynn Camp has it.
And Chad Childers was the ball carrier that time, and the ball comes loose. And Barry, that
To be
is
perfectly
a huge
honest,
break, buddy.
to be perfectly honest, I expected to see flags flying because I thought Lynn Camp may have come a little early, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, you know,
I mean,
From
it
our
was an
vantage
all-out
point-
blitz.
From our vantage point, it looked as if they were almost across the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped.
You're exactly right.
But nonetheless, Lynn Camp takes over, and the give is to Henson, and he's looking for room over the right side. Across the 25, he brought down at about the 27-yard line, gain of about 6. And Barry, I tell you what, this may be the one, as they say, this may be the one that got away.
That was a major turnover there, Danny. Major.
I tell you, those you just can't make those type of mistakes in a game like this. There is no tomorrow for these two football teams. The team that goes down here, it's over for them. So
Lynn Camp hasn't been flashy all night, but they've hung around.
Dustin Holland in there, and he's juking and jiving after the nice play there. See, hammers Henson to the ground. Quentin Henson just simply has not looked that impressive tonight. He's shown some flashes of brilliance, but I tell you, Barry, he is.
Well, it's pretty obvious that the Panther defense knows that they can key on him. They need to key on him. And Lynn Camp, if they had another weapon,
it'd be scary. The 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Wildcats. And Strunk straight back to pass, and he fires it out for David Engel. He has
first down.
First down and all the way down to the Lynn Camp 39-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play.
He was wide open.
You see a lot of these players starting to cramp up as Engel grabs his toes and starts pulling back. That's usually a sign that little leg muscles getting a little stiff out there.
Strunk didn't have a lot on that ball, Danny. It seemed as if it
took forever to get to it.
It really did.
But a flag was on the play. I didn't see that flag, Barry.
And it's
against Lynn Camp, and that'll
Camp.
nullify the entire thing. So it'll bring big break for Pikeville. As from our vantage point, I didn't see that flag. It was thrown on the sideline here, and we were shielded from it by the ball players.
It's a hold against Lynn Camp. Illegal participation.
Yeah, spit it out there. What?
Illegal participation. Evidently, they had. It was on the formation, or maybe they had 12 men on the field.
Either way, big break for the Panthers as that 15-yard gain was nullified. And
the thing about it is,
too, 13.
Is Pikeville, if they don't pick this up, Pikeville is going to have excellent field position. Strunk in trouble.
Rolling out, fires it into coverage, and almost intercepted by Chase Gibson. There was 3 Panthers closer to that football than any Lynn Camp player, Barry.
Oh, yeah, he just, it was underthrown.
That'll bring the punting unit on. So a big break for Pikeville as after the fumble by Chad Childers, they were able to hold on defense, aided by that penalty.
Pikeville's going to come up with good field position here as they drop around midfield. That's Akers and Branham.
Tommy Hilton back to do the punting. He's standing at about his own 7-yard line. And
bad snap,
and he's going to tuck it under. He's going to be wrestled down at the 10, so a huge break for the Pikeville Panthers. Pikeville will take over at their own 10-yard line. All right, check that, Lynn Camp's 10-yard line. So he was swarmed under by Brandon Bartley and Dustin Holland, among others.
Oh, there was a host of Panthers there as I said they would get it in good field position. I didn't think it would be that good.
You didn't think it'd be that good?
No.
I'll tell you what, big break for the Pikeville Panthers. They are 1st and 10 from the 10. I believe that just short of the goal line, they could pick up a 1st down, but Howard falls down as he trips over one of the backs. And that'll be a loss of about 6 on the play. Check
back
that, about
to the 17.
And that'll do it for 3 quarters. And at the end of 3, your score, Pikeville 14, Lynn Camp 8. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Loss of 8 on the play, Obi. Second and 18 Panthers. 10 of the
Pikeville in excellent field condition. They have excellent field position here, Danny, as they punch it in now, and I think that'll take all the wind out of the Lynn Camp sails. And Howard looking for it.
Looking for Gibson in the corner of the end zone, incomplete. He aired that one out, Barry. That ball was almost as high as Community Trust Bank across the way.
Well, Gibson had his man beat.
And third down coming up here.
Pikeville in 4 down territory.
third and 18 Panthers from the Wildcat 19.
They need to go all the way to the 1 yard line to pick up the first down.
Howard floats one out to Chad Childers, but a little bit too high for him. Gonna bring up 4th down, and let's see what the Panthers elect to do here on this 4th down. Sure they will go, but see what the call is.
Yeah, they'll go for it, because if you do kick it and kick it into the end zone, it's going to come out to the 20. And Lynn Camp would gain yardage.
Yeah, don't think you want to do that, but Ben Howard, shotgun. Chad Childers sets up beside of him now.
They have to get to the 1.
And he fires a strike to
It's going to be short.
Chase Gibson. He's going to be short of the first down, but Lynn Camp will take over at their own 4 yard line.
Lynn Camp dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, it was 1st and 10 from the 10. Just outside the 10 yard line, but Panthers unable to do anything with it. Other than the only thing good that came out of that, Barry, was that Lynn Camp now has horrible field position. They were facing a 96-yard drive to get into the end zone, and they were able to take some time off the clock.
You can bet the mortgage, too, that Pikeville will come with the blitz here.
Oh, she's going to say that Henson will get the carry. He does over the left side.
And he's got running room, good running room.
Jeremiah Akers, the only man to beat. And he upends him across the 30-yard line to about the 31. So a 27-yard run play there by Quentin Henson.
He got them out of a big hole.
Lynn Camp, Barry, is showing all kinds of life now as they are back in this football game in a big way. If they score here, it will be tied, and the conversion would give them the lead.
Huge play there by Jeremiah Akers.
Give again to Henson over the left side, and that's been open all night for him. Ben Howard, among others, bring him down at the 36-yard line. Gain of about 5, bring up 2nd down and 5. And an official timeout as there's a Lynn Camp Wildcat down on the play.
It's no secret.
That may be Henson, Barry.
Well, then they would.
Up. No, Henson's up.
It's no secret what Lynn Camp's going to do with the ball. They're going to hand it off to Henson.
With this break in the action, let's take a break. 10:41 to go in your football game. Pikeville leading 14-8. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Video gaming is a great way for families to have fun together. And Gearhart's fiber-fast internet and whole home Wi-Fi is a game changer. Contact Gearhart Broadband and level up to game-changing internet and Wi-Fi today.
Back here with you, Pikeville High School, as Lynn Camp now facing a 2nd down and 5, and Henson again. He's hitting the backfield, but squirts away, and he's across the 40. Yeah, to about the 41-yard line, and
first down.
He kept driving his legs, Barry, and just kept going.
And I think he may have fumbled the ball forward.
Well, first down nonetheless. as
Wildcats from the 43.
from their own 43-yard line now, Lynn Camp has a first down. And as we said, Pikeville is going to allow them to get right back in this football game, it appears.
They have allowed them to get back
Henson
in.
again with all kinds of daylight. He's across midfield.
He gets 8 yards on
Just
the carry.
really piling up yardage now as he, as you said, picked up 8 more yards. And they'll bring up second down and 2.
And Danny, everybody in the house knows who the ball's going to.
If you don't know who the ball going to, you've not been watching this football game. I tell you, he has been 95% of their offense at this point. Actually, I believe it was 94.7, but nonetheless, he's a lot of it. He gets the pitch again, and over the left side has the first down and more as he's driving his legs and into the Panther territory, down at the 40-yard line.
I think the bad news for Pikeville here is he may be getting his game untracked.
From the 41-yard line of Pikeville, it is 1st and 10, and the Panthers will take a timeout, and we'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. .9:18 to go in the game. 1st and 10 for Lynn Camp. And the give is to Henson, and he's over the left side and all kinds of daylight, and he may go.
He will go, Danny. You're not going to run him down this time.
Touchdown Lynn Camp, 41-yard run, and we are tied with 9:09 to go. No flags on the play. The touchdown will stand.
Surprised the Pikeville defense.
That it was Henson. Well, anyway, folks, it is tied up here, 14-all. 9:09 to go in the game, and my buddy Barry Boyd.
I knew you'd like that.
I'll tell you, buddy, you're tough. The Lynn Camp will line up here. Let's see if they go for 2.
Who did you think the ball would go to?
Well, I don't think there's anybody in the building or anybody in the house that didn't think it was going to him, but they will go for 2 here as we are all tied. A big
Evidently
opportunity here. The pitch is to Henson over the left side, and he will be stopped.
He's in.
He kept driving his legs, Barry, and just forced his way. I think he pushed about 4 Panthers into the end zone with him.
Keep in mind, they only needed to kick the point after, so they must not have a kicking game.
But now they lead for the first time in this football game, 16-14. Henson slow getting up, but he has been a workhorse tonight. But the Pikeville Panthers will go on offense here now, Barry, and for the first time tonight, they find themselves trailing in this football game.
We're nearing the 9-minute mark, and they do trail by 2.
But you know, this has been one of those games when Pikeville has had some opportunities to really close this game out and put it away, and at this point they have been unable to do so, and they've allowed Lynn Camp to hang around. And when you do that, a lot of times it will come back to haunt you, and it has at this point as they now trail 16-14. And across the way, the Lynn Camp contingent is absolutely ecstatic, and rightfully so.
You put it exactly the way it has been. They hung around, and really, they didn't do anything remarkable. I mean,
They kept doing the same thing. We kept talking about it now that Pikeville had stopped it, and then finally, the same plays, Pikeville had stopped. You know, they stopped stopping it.
Now the Pikeville players are asking for their fans to rise to the occasion.
And they have, in unison. They are up on their feet and cheering loudly here as they await the kickoff from Lynn Camp's Tommy Helton. Back deep to receive Jeremiah Akers, Barrett Rogers, and Chad Childers. The kick is going to be in the direction of Childers, and it may go out of bounds, but he fields at his own 14-yard line and straight up the sideline and runs out of bounds. They're going to mark him out about the 27-yard line, so Pikeville will go on offense there, and for the first time tonight, they trail in this football game.
Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
This would be a big stop if Lynn Camp can hold the Panthers on this series.
Howard back to pass and intercepted. And he may go, as he has only been Howard to beat, and Howard wrestles him down. That was Brandon Medlin.
Around the one.
And
Danny, we may be seeing what I would term an upset here. Still a lot of time left.
But if Lynn Camp does score here, Barry, they would be up by 8 points with a touchdown and possibly 10, and that would require 2 scores.
You're right, because I'm sure they would go for the 2. Down near the 1, they need to punch it in.
Ball is resting on the 2, actually, and Strunk, the quarterback keeper, and he is going to be in for the score.
What a hole. There was no one close.
Well, you know, everybody in the house thought that Henson was going to get the carry, and he
I thought he would.
He just sucked it under and dove across the goal line, and your score now is Lynn Camp 22, Pikeville 14. And Barry, I tell you, turnovers have been the story here tonight. The first half, it was Lynn Camp making the turnovers, and Pikeville was able to capitalize. And now in the second half, it's Pikeville making the turnovers, and Lynn Camp has capitalized, and they now lead this football game.
We go back to, you and I discussed this, going in 21-0, other than 14-0.
Big difference, and Lynn Camp again will go for 2. The give is to Henson. He's trying the left side, and he's in for the conversion, and your score is now 24-14, a 10-point advantage. 8:49 to go in the game. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. To Pikeville High School, 8:49 to go in the football game. Lynn Camp has scored 24 points here in the second half and have jumped out on top here. The Pikeville Panthers 24-14. And Barry, you know, we talked about it. Lynn Camp just kept hanging in the football game. This time it's going to be to Akers, and he's across the 20, the 25, heading upfield and across the 35-yard line out to about the 38. Nice return, but Pikeville now facing a need of 2 scores.
They need to get their offense going.
Plenty of time left, but now is not the time to make any mistakes. They have to play mistake-free, good, efficient offense here now at this point. Ben Howard from the shotgun.
Up to this point, the second half has been a surprise to me.
Howard back to pass. He's looking in the direction of Chase Gibson, and he may be sacked as he's in trouble, but finds Kyle Bowe across midfield, or right at midfield. And he goes out of bounds right on the 50-yard line.
More important, Danny, that will stop the clock.
Gain of 13 yards, so don't count the Panthers out just yet, folks.
Nice catch there by Kyle Bowe.
Panthers right at midfield with a 1st and 10, 8:25 to go in the game. Ben Howard in the shotgun, 4 receivers split out. He fires a strike to Chase Gibson. He's across the 45. He brought down at about the 44-yard line. Gain of 6. We have 2nd down and about 4. And Barry, I tell you what, this game went from one of those okay ball games to a very exciting football game here all of a sudden.
It is 8 minutes remaining.
One of these 2 teams will go home and close out their football season, and neither one of them appears to be ready for that to happen yet. Howard back to pass again. He fires a strike.
Has him
Akers
open.
Is wide open, and
beautiful play.
I tell you what, that has to be interference though, because the ball hit the defender in the back. He has to turn around to defend that football. He cannot.
He was to the side, Danny. I don't think that that he was completely in front of. He was coming in from the side.
The ball hit Quentin Henson right in the back.
He was trying to get to the receiver.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
But he was not playing the ball.
Big 3rd down, and the screen to Childers. He has the 1st down and more across
He's
the 30.
gone.
He may go. He is gone. 43-yard touchdown, Pikeville, and they answer right back. 7:38 to go in your football game, and they have closed the gap to 4 points now. And I tell you what, Barry, that may have been a wake-up call to the Panthers. Once
Could have been. Ben Howard looked off his primary receiver and found Childers.
And he went untouched, 43 yards.
24-20. If you're Pikeville, what do you do here? You know that
You might as well kick it because you know, hey, they're down 4, being down 3.
they're going to talk it over.
They will call a timeout here. Ben Howard unsure as to what the coaching staff wanted him to do. And now Coach John Chapman discussing things with the officials. With this break in the action, we'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. Back here with you at Pikeville High School, and Ben Howard attempting the two-point conversion. He has Akers in the corner of the end zone, and it's good.
No good. He's out of bounds, I believe. He dropped the ball after he tried to pull it down. He dropped the ball.
But the conversion fails, and another big break for Lynn Camp. It's Pikeville now. There are flags. There is a flag in the end zone, Barry, on the left side, way away from the football. And I believe it's going to be against Lynn Camp as they're talking it over with Ben Howard.
I didn't see what happened because
we were
watching the play.
So I have no clue as to what went on. But nonetheless, the official making his way over.
It's a hold.
It's a defensive hold. And that will give new life to Pikeville as they're going to try one more time for the two-pointer.
Defensive holding, penalty, half the distance to the goal line.
So a big break for the Panthers there as gives them one more shot at a 2.
Half the distance to the goal line.
The give is to Barrett Rogers.
He's in.
He is in for the conversion, and that will change the complexion of the game. As with 7:38 to go in the game, your score now, Lynn Camp 24, Pikeville 22. We'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Come on, sidekick this early.
7:38 to go in your football game, and Pikeville has closed the gap to 2. Kyle Bowe into for the kickoff. Lynn Camp is appears as if they think it's going to be an onside kick, and it is not. It's
too early in the game, Danny.
Way too early, but this one will roll out of bounds, unfortunately for the Panthers, as Quentin Henson let it roll, and it did go out of bounds.
That will give them good field position. But with 7:38, I couldn't see Pikeville going with an onside kick. That'll bring it out to the 35.
So time now for the Pikeville Panther defense to step up here as they need to hold, keep Lynn Camp from scoring, and they need to get the ball back. Flags come in, and it is against Lynn Camp. Delay of game.
It is delay.
This football game far from being over at this point. A lot of time left on that clock, Barry, as there's been a flurry of action here in the last 10 minutes of this football game. Strunk the give to Henson. He's looking for room over the left side and runs over some tacklers.
He got about 6.
He'll get it back about 6 yards, so that'll make it 2nd down and 9. As after the penalty, it was 1st and 15.
Henson has been a workhorse tonight, Danny.
He certainly has, as he has played both sides of the football and has just about been the entire offense for Lynn Camp.
Just tell it like it is. He has been the offense.
And he gets the carry again, straight up the middle. He's going to be out, and the ball comes loose, and the Panthers have it. The ball pops loose from Henson, and big break for the Panthers.
That's his third fumble of the evening.
He is down on the play. And he is holding his leg.
Well, the kid's taking a beating.
Well, without question, he's been involved in every play that Lynn Camp has had, both offensively and defensively. And he is down on the field at this point.
Pikeville will take over on the Lynn Camp 41-yard line.
A huge break for Pikeville, and the player still down on the field with 6:51 to go in the game. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
With business class solutions from Gearhart Broadband, it's all smiles around your workplace. Get internet speeds up to 1 gig and business savvy digital voice. Gearhart Broadband, business solutions that will make you smile.
In the game, and Pikeville with a big break here. They have the ball on the Lynn Camp 41. Howard back to pass, and he fires it in the direction of Kyle Bowe. He is wide open. He's across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Pikeville. 41 yards, and just that quickly, Lynn Camp's momentary 10-point lead, Barry, was erased in a span of about a minute.
There's a flag, Danny. Flag back at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what this is.
The officials seem to be walking it back, so it may be against the Panthers. In the backfield, it's probably a hold, and that's what it is. And the Pikeville Panthers fans are...
Costly penalty there.
Panther fans are expressing themselves here in a manner that we cannot repeat. But a 41-yard touchdown play is nullified, and hold the phone. It's not time yet.
That'll move it all the way back to the Pikeville 47. First and 20.
First and 20 from the 47-yard line.
22.
And the officials are stopping play again. And I guess they saw the TV camera and want a little more TV time here, but
Have no idea what this could be for. Anyway, Hanson goes to the sideline, so maybe it's an equipment repair. I don't know. We haven't been.
I think what it was, Wayne Fugit just said he didn't think Henson set out a play due to the fact he was injured on the last one. But anyway, Howard back to pass, and he finds Akers, and he is nailed immediately. But holds on to the ball, and he's in Lynn Camp territory at the
48.
The 46-yard line. And inside 6.5 minutes to go in the game, and that will bring up a second down and about 5. No, check that again. Second to about 14. Howard again in the shotgun. Drops straight back, looking for Bowe.
Good protection, good protection.
He has Akers wide open, and he catches it at the 10. 36 yards.
No one close.
And if Akers if he hadn't fell down, Barry, it was all over, buddy.
Well, he had to wait for the ball, too.
Right, but the way he had to catch it, he had to fall, and that cost the Panthers a touchdown. And, you know, all night tonight, Lynn Camp has not been able to stop this Panther passing attack. The only times that they have been successful, there has been a couple of interceptions, okay? But to say that they flat shut it down for any extended period. They have not been able to. So from the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 Panthers. Chase Gibson, the reception, and he's across the 5 down to about the 3. Bring up 2nd down and a couple.
They need to get to the 1. Pikeville is knocking.
Gain of 7 will be 2nd and 3. Panthers of the Wildcat 4.
And
Barrett
this
Rogers.
time, Mr. Barrett Rogers. He cuts it back up the middle. It's
He
gonna be
may
close to
have
a
the first down. Yeah, he could get a first down without scoring.
He is going to be inside the 1, it appears, and let's see if that's 1st and goal.
No, it's going to be a third.
And it's
Third
going to be
down.
a 3rd down, and he's short by about a yard. So I guess the ball is resting at about the 2.
3rd and 1 Panthers.
Look for Ben Howard just to keep it here on this one. And he does, but he's going nowhere. But
He'll lose maybe a
he
yard.
may have lost a yard on that play. So this could be a big, big stand by Lynn Camp here as the Panthers need to score. They are down by 2, and I tell you can't get a better opportunity than first down at the 11.
4th and 1.
We're under the 5-minute mark.
This,
4:45 remaining.
This could very well be your football game right here.
Pike, I think Pikeville wants a timeout.
Timeout. And they will receive it. With 4:38 to go in the football game, they trail Lynn Camp 24-22, and we'll be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. Come clip and die, didn't you?
Panthers will attempt a field goal.
Back here with you, 4:38 to go in the game, and after the timeout, Pikeville will attempt a field goal. It's Kyle Bowe in,
This would give them the lead.
and he is almost automatic, and it is good. Straight down the middle. No flags are on the play, and with 4:34 to go in the game, Pikeville now leads 25-24.
Danny, I said earlier, and I'll stand with the statement. Kyle Bowe is one of the best kickers I have seen.
He's automatic when it comes, and that's like an extra point there as the ball was on the 2.
Wayne and I were talking about it last week, and UK, if they are lacking, it's in the kicking game, and they could use Kyle Bowe. I can't stand that little kicking it on the ground on every kickoff. You know, with as exciting a football as they play, I cannot stand that little where they kick it on the ground every time. Maybe it's because Carter can't kick it. I don't know who you brought up the other when we talked about it earlier, but hey, let me tell you, Kyle Bowe is a kicker.
He certainly is, without any question. And if there's some colleges out there that need a kicker, this kid's a senior, and he can flat boot the ball with ease. He's automatic on extra points and has long-range ability. But he has just given the Panthers the lead one more time in this game as they erase that 10-point deficit with a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and now a field goal, and they lead 25-24. The kickoff is in the direction of the Lynn Camp players. That's Daniel Engel, and he's across the 30 to 35 out to about the 39-yard line, and Lynn Camp, with 4:27 to go in the football game, will take over right there. Barry, this has been absolutely what you'd have to classify this one as absolutely a wild one.
Second half has been anything you could ask for if you're a football fan.
It certainly has. As Lynn Camp has outscored the Panthers here in the second half, 24-11. But that 14-point advantage they had in the first half has now carried the Panthers to a 1-point lead. Strunk the pitch to Quentin Henson, and he's trying to find room on the left side. Henson on the left side, Barry, is that's Lynn Camp's offense. You know, I mean, let's just face facts. And he's across the 40-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 44. Gain of 7. That'll be 2nd down and 3 coming up.
When Lynn Camp pinned Pikeville, or practically had their backs to the wall, Pikeville responded. And they responded in quick fashion.
And if you notice, Barry, across the way, Henson is out of the football game as he went out of the. He was down on the sidelines, and he is being attended to on the sideline. So they will have to rely on someone else on this one. And Strunk gives the football to the man in Henson's.
Now we
territory.
see why they go to Henson every time.
Dwayne Drummond's on the carry. And he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring
Big
up 3rd down. And Henson comes back into the football game. Check that area. The ball carrier was Josh Lee from Lynn Camp. And Henson back into the game, and he has really struggled, Barry, as every play he's carried, he's had some trouble. But Strunk rolls out, and he's going to be sacked all the way back to the 43-yard line. He slams the ball down in disgust.
That brings up 4th down, and Danny, you just about have to go for it here.
Well,
2:40 remaining.
You can't kick it. You got to go. And
you're not going to get it back. Chances
no.
are you're with only 2:30 remaining clock running.
But it appeared that this game was going to get out of hand in a hurry for the Panthers, but they have sucked it up, Barry, and scored 11 points unanswered here after falling behind by 10 to take a 1-point lead. And right now the game rests solely on the toe of Kyle Bowe. But Quentin Henson, the ball carrier, and he is going to be brought down. He will not make the 1st down. Pikeville will take over at the Lynn Camp 46-yard line. 2:07 to go in this football game.
Give the kid credit. He gave it all he had. He lunged forward trying to find that marker, just too far to go, Danny.
And you know what, Barry? He has just thrown his helmet down on the field and stormed off. You know, I know the kid's played hard. I know he's worked hard, but you can see him across the way. He's just standing over by himself, and he threw his helmet down on the field. You know,
actions like this would not bode well with college coaches.
Absolutely not. This kid has a lot of talent, but he's going to not be able to use it. Ben Howard rolls out. He has acres.
A lot of running room.
He tucks it under. He's across the 40 and the 35.
Face mask.
Flags are down, and I believe you're right. It's going to be 15 yards tacked onto it. If that's the case, Pikeville will have a 1st down at the
From up here, it looked,
20.
Danny, as if he grabbed him by the face mask.
And they did, and it will mark it off. And this game, Pikeville may have dodged a major bullet, and they will receive Middlesboro next week if this can hold out, but don't go anywhere. Lynn Camp completely out of timeouts. They cannot stop this clock. And I believe...
We also pointed out that would probably come back to haunt them.
15-yard penalty.
I believe, Barry, that with 1:57 to go, they may need only to run one more play before just taking a knee. Now, let's see.
And if I'm Ben Howard, I'm not even going to risk a handoff.
No, I just keep it myself and try to run around for a minute or two, you know. But the give is to Barrett Rogers, and he is going to be stopped at short of the 20-yard line.
Minute 30 remaining, clock running.
But Pikeville will get Middlesboro a week from now, and by the time you watch this, you will know that Belfry has defeated Bell County over at Vipperman Stadium in Death Valley, 14-13, and what I'm sure, Barry, was an absolute whale of a football game if you're a football fan.
Bell County came in as a favorite, and they will leave Death Valley with their season closed.
And that may open up a Belfry, Sheldon Clark rematch next week, but we'll have to see how it works out. But inside a minute to go, and Pikeville is going to advance to round number 3. Ben Howard comes up just a little bit, limping just a little here. but the clock's still moving, and I believe all he'll do this time is, well, I don't know. I don't know if he can take a knee because it would be 4th down. Well, let's see what he will take a knee. Let's see what will happen here. He takes a knee, and the clock will not stop. We are inside 20 seconds, and
That's
the
gonna
Panthers
be
have
your
won this
final
football
score.
game in what has been an absolute great football game. The Pikeville Panthers have defeated the Lynn Camp Wildcats and avenged last year's loss in the first round, Barry, 25-24.
Has to be sweet too, Danny, because they came in here last year and 58-18. And what can you say? You can't really single out one of the Panthers in tonight's win because several of the guys had good games. Barrett Rogers, but at least 2, maybe 3 big catches by Kyle Bowe. Then they win it on the foot off Kyle Bowe.
Absolutely, and you know, in the first half, it was Matt Branham stepping up on defense. A very dejected Lynn Camp contingent across the way, and rightfully so. They had this football game. They were up by 10 inside in the 4th quarter, but just could not hold the lead, as the Panthers would not be denied this evening. They've played a tremendous last 7 minutes of this football game to come out on top 25-24. They advance next week. They will get Middlesboro.
When they got down, Pikeville, the thing that really sticks out is they struck quickly.
They sure did, and they did not, you know, they would not be denied. But can't
Turned
say
out to
enough
be a
about
great game.
It was billed to be a good game. It certainly did not fail to be one, as it had times in there when it looked like it was going to be a cakewalk one way and then the other. But when it was all said and done, 25-24 your final score. Great night of football. You can't ask for anything else.
Hey, it got real cold up here this second half, but it was worth watching.
It certainly was. Great night of football. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sure we'll be following the Panthers next week.
Keep in mind, Danny, that as long as they continue to win, they stay at home.
That's exactly right. So just hang with your Intermountain Sports Network, and we'll follow them as far as they go. But your final score here from Pikeville High School, the Pikeville Panthers advancing to round number 3, 25-24, winners over the Lynn Camp Wildcats. We'll see you next week. This has been a production of your Intermountain